Weather Geeks time, the late evening edition, if you will. We, of course, had some big storms around the time I usually record this video, so delayed but not denied. We're going to do Weather Geeks this evening. Thanks to everyone who sent in pictures via email, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We got a lot of great stuff this evening. These storms were not only photogenic, but the sky left behind by the storms as the sun was setting, it was just tremendous. It was very vivid. Purplish and yellow and all sorts of great colors scattered throughout the valley this evening. We had some rainbow pictures, pictures of all sorts of great atmospheric phenomena out there with the storms that moved through earlier on today. Now, we did have, of course, a round of storms in the pre-dawn hours this morning, so two separate rounds today produced this much rain. It was a healthy amount of rain. I had about 1.5 inches at my house in Boardman and downtown Youngstown here at WFMJ, 1.17 inches of rain, about 1 inch in Austin town, about 1 inch or so over towards Mercer. But you'll notice you go down towards East Liverpool, nada. Northern Trumbull also did not have a tremendous amount of rain at all today. So the two rain events were centered kind of in the middle of our viewing area instead of the fringes. Now, when I recorded Weather Geeks tonight at 9:04, we still had a couple leftover showers and one more thunderstorm to contend with. I don't see any fresh lightning with this, but this is heading down to the south and east, and they've been in a lightning delay a lot of the evening in Lisbon, even though the lightning has not been close. But this storm may impact the Lisbon area. They are playing up in Niles and should have no problems getting in the rest of that game between Niles and Girard up in Trumbull County. So we're going to dry things out overnight. Now, the dew points become a story as we go into Friday and Saturday. They were a story today because they were high, but the dew points are going to drop from about 70 at the start of the day tomorrow to upper 50s to around 60 at the end of the day. So that's going to set the stage for a beautiful, beautiful Friday evening. Friday night should be very pleasant as well, with temperatures dropping down to about 60. But notice the dew points start creeping up again Saturday, but especially Saturday night. And that means it's going to turn pretty muggy again before the weekend is through. Again, it's going to turn out to be a beautiful day tomorrow with a northerly component to the wind. We'll be in great shape tomorrow. But then a little more of an easterly to southeasterly component Saturday. That's going to be a downsloping wind direction coming off the higher terrain, the mountains, if you will, out in Pennsylvania. And with sunshine, it's going to turn hot Saturday. We'll make a run at 90. Clouds roll in Saturday night, and then a partly sunny day Sunday. There's a small chance of a shower and thunderstorm with this weak little, sorry excuse for a front on Sunday. Boy, is Sunday going to be a steam bath across the valley. High school football, of course, we had a few games this evening, but for most schools, the season gets underway Friday evening. It's going to be perfect. Clear sky, light winds, and very comfortable. The humidity will be much lower than this evening, so enjoy a great Friday evening. But again, the weekend's going to be hot. After seeing heat index values in the upper 80s to around 90 or so Saturday, look at Sunday's numbers. Yeek. Mid-90s is the heat index we expect for Sunday afternoon. Air temperatures near 90. Dew points near 70, or at least in the upper 60s, so that's going to be a very uncomfortable day. The last weekend of meteorological summer, believe it or not, and ending on a hot note, appropriately enough, since it's been a pretty hot summer. Quick trip down to the tropics. 99L is still having a very hard time getting its act together. I mean, this is kind of a sorry excuse for a tropical disturbance. This may never turn into a tropical storm or a hurricane. Now, there's still a chance it does, but there's also a chance that it just never gets its act together. But nonetheless, this is what the radar, the satellite loop, has looked like. Just a very ragged system over Hispaniola. Now, should this thing manage to get out of the mountains and get into a more favorable environment, here's a look at the latest computer modeling. There's been a trend south. Taking a lot of Florida out of the worst of this, there's a chance that this becomes a tropical storm or outside chance of a hurricane once it gets into the Gulf of Mexico. But as it's passing through the Keys and impacting maybe South Florida, maybe not much more than a tropical depression, maybe a tropical storm. There'll be a lot of rain. No matter if this gets a name or not, whatever it is, there is a flood concern down in South Florida. All right, back here at home, longer range trends after a hot weekend with highs near 90. Next week looks warm. Not a big cool down coming, but it will be more comfortable, more tolerable, if you will, by midweek. And really, the end of next week looks like the coolest stretch of the next couple of weeks. Just in time for the opening of the Canfield Fair, overnight lows 60s, afternoon highs near 80 for a couple of days. As we head towards Labor Day, there may be an uptick in temperatures, back into the mid-80s. But first couple of days of the Canfield Fair looking pretty good, and not a lot of rain coming next week at all. Should be a generally sunny week after a small chance of a shower and storm on Monday. That's tonight's weather for Weather Geeks. Full recap of today's events and pictures and 7-day forecast and all the good stuff tonight after our preseason barn burner of a game that we're airing tonight. I'll see you on the news tonight and right back here for more weather fun Friday evening.